So last week I went to a super interesting event, and among other things that happened there, I got to meet a very special person. Full video covering the entire event is coming up, but this story deserved a separate video. What he said was just so perfect, and it's such an important message, especially before this election. Just watch it for yourself. What's your name?
My name is Stephen Willeford.
hmm So, what happened in Texas when there was that mass shooting in a church and you stopped the shooter, right?
In 2017, November 5th,
Uh huh.
2017, I was home relaxing, and my daughter made me aware that somebody was shooting up the church. And I ran to my safe. I opened it up. I grabbed an AR-15, ran across the street barefoot. And people say, you didn't take time to put shoes on. And I always tell them, you're lucky I had pants on because I kept hearing
Wow.
the shots. And I knew that those shots were directed to people I cared about. I'm fourth generation in a little bitty town, under 600 total population. And I knew everybody in that church. And I ran across the street. Halfway across the street, I yelled out. And apparently he heard that inside the church. He had just shot Chris Workman in the back and was pointing the pistol at Chris Workman. He'd shoot him with an AR and then walk over and point blank range shoot him in the head with a pistol. And he was aiming the pistol at Chris Workman's head. And Chris said he heard me yell. And apparently so did the shooter because his facial expression changed. He dropped his rifle in the church and came out of the church shooting at me with a pistol.
Wow.
And he had on class 3 body armor and ballistic bulletproof helmet.
hmm
I ran behind a pickup truck for cover. And I came up over the hood and I hit him in the left chest. I hit him in the abdomen with my AR-15. Neither of those stopped him, but he felt them. And he ran for his vehicle, which was parked in the middle of the street with the driver's side door open, engine running.
hmm
And when he turned to his side to get into his vehicle, I shot him between the plates in the side, and I hit him high in the legs.
hmm
He got into the vehicle, slammed the door. He put 2 shots through the side window at me. I broke one across his forehead. He accelerated, turned the corner, and was trying to flee.
hmm
By the time I got in the middle of the street, he was about 150 yards away and leaving. I put one more shot through the back window. It shattered the back window. It went through the driver's side seat, hit him right of the left shoulder blade. He topped the hill out of sight. And I flagged down a truck that was stopped at a stop sign. And we gave chase for 11.6 miles,
Wow.
according to the sheriff's department. And he turned the pistol up underneath his helmet and pulled the trigger and ended it himself.
So he killed himself.
What's that?
He killed himself.
He killed himself.
Uh,
I truly believe he was coughing up his own blood because I hit him in the side, in the lungs.
uh-huh.
And I think he probably killed himself to get himself out of misery, and I'm okay with that. I'm all right.
Yeah, sure. Do you know if the church had security, like if it had a security guard?
So the church didn't have a trained security team.
hmm
They did have 4 people that normally carry.
Uh-huh.
And I don't believe in coincidences at
Yeah.
all because all 4 of those people were either gone that day or late to church that day. One of them, the pastor himself, was in Oklahoma City.
Uh-huh.
He normally carried. He was training, black powder training, to be a instructor so he could take the kids and teach them black powder on the summer vacation.
Wow.
Then there was Rod Green. He was a former Army Ranger, and he normally carried, but it was when the time change happened in Sutherland Springs, and the pastor was out of town, so he decided that he would feed his cattle and be late to church that morning.
Wow.
And so he wasn't there. There was another man that normally carried in the church, and his wife was on a road trip, and he didn't want her to be without a gun, so he sent his gun with her and didn't have a gun that day.
Wow.
And, there's no coincidences. I believe that the devil, I believe Satan said today's the day. And God said, but you forgot about my servant Stephen.
Yeah.
And so I truly believe that God sent me to do something for him that was tough, but I accomplished it. I truly believe, and I respect law enforcement. Any man or woman that would put on a gun and a badge and charge into danger and put their life on the line and they don't even know you, I have the highest respect for them. But understand, when seconds count, police are minutes away. They aren't first responders, they are second responders. You have to take care of yourself. Just recently in Israel, when they came in and started murdering people in Israel, there was no one to help.
Yeah.
It's time, and I truly believe that this nation needs to be careful because there could be a coordinated attack on us at any moment. And I believe that civilians are the only way to stop terrorists that are coordinated like that. I believe you should carry every day, every way, if you have a possibility to do so. I know not everybody can carry, but remember, we outnumber the evil.
Yep.
And good men and women with guns can make a difference. I will tell you, I watched the video of the recent terror attack in Russia where they were waiting in line against a wall for tickets into the venue they were going to.
Yeah.
And when the terrorists started shooting them, they stood there against the wall and waited their turn. I won't be that way. I will be armed. I may die, but I will be the one that stands up and at least shoots back and moves. I won't stand in one spot and expect it to just stop.